Okay, we're back. And I'm on the wrong screen.
Oh,
Alright, last week, you guys broke Mad Dog out of jail using quite a bit of subterfuge, and then had a shootout chase on horseback because subterfuge only went so far, and you escaped the authorities, and you've decided to head north. So, after about a day's travel, you guys have arrived at the town of Benita, where you guys are staying at a boarding house. All four of you are, right?
no,
Yeah.
there's only 3 of us.
Well, I
Nobody
was
wants to
staying at
camp out by
the
themselves.
whores.
Ah, so there's only 2 of us.
I thought she set up like a divider. She used her tent to be a
No.
divider in the boarding house.
Yeah.
We don't know
yeah.
what she's doing. She's just in the corner being special.
Okay.
I'm playing camp inside, okay?
Alright. Now, I read this rule, right?
Oh.
And, that is why you guys are only getting 2 fate chips. It will all be revealed. Now, Gwen, I believe
Right.
I owe you one.
Yep.
I think I already know. Oh, Jake, and where's my yo?
Alright. So, let's just jump right into it. So, Decker, you're staying with the hose. And,
Wait, weren't we staying for several days or something?
I believe that was the
5
plan,
days.
yeah.
Are you gonna stay with the hose the entire time?
Is that $5 a day, Jakin?
$5 a night, yeah. But that's not including meals, that's just including fierce poundings.
How much would that be for meals?
Wow.
Surely
$7
the
bucks.
surely the owner here can something out for me.
$8.
Such a dedicated customer.
$10.
You'll have to
What
find
you know,
yourselves.
Jake, is that I am butt naked. No, I'm not butt naked. I don't sleep naked.
Is
I do.
I sleep half naked.
I sleep nude as a newborn.
Can't let the willy too free.
I sleep completely clothed.
in a onesie.
Oh, she's too.
Usually I have on sleeping pants and either a t-shirt or a hoodie depending on the time of year.
Boom.
But
Yeah, my wife usually wears like booty shorts and a t-shirt. Usually one of my t-shirts that she just stole and never sleep ever again.
Well,
I mean,
when
Jake,
you
you
live
have to
with
quote how much of a
catfish,
player you are.
you have to stay clothed.
Well, oh, because he just gets his pork on?
Yep.
Yeah, that was us when we first got married. Now it's just like, yeah, good night. I'm tired.
How long y'all been together?
Well, we're about to celebrate our 5-year anniversary.
32 years.
Not even that old, man.
We've been together for over 5 years now.
Oh, we've been together 11. We've been married 5. That's right. Mic drop.
Very nice.
Now that that's over with. Yeah, so it's morning. You guys wake up.
No? What did I wake up to? Okay.
Well, you know, for you guys, breakfast is on the table. For Decker, your bill is on the nightstand.
Here, Bill. Oh, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Oh, I'm gonna go eat
So what was the bill? Is it $5 a night?
Yeah. I mean, that's per lady. I don't know how crazy you got.
No. That's
I spent
and then
$50.
how much is it? Is it 50 cents a day or 50 cents a meal?
It depends how you eat.
Do you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or do you just eat a whole meal?
Or do you just eat trail rations, or do you actually, like, eat?
A regular person.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Save a lot of money eating those trail rations.
So we're staying 5 nights for $3 a night, right?
Well,
What
we
was that?
were staying 5 nights to make to allow
Me to heal.
Mad
but
Dog
we're
Willis
probably
to
not-
heal, but he healed.
but we're probably not doing that anymore.
Okay.
So-
Okay, I was just making sure. Seeing what we
Okay,
were
so
doing.
right now, only
Before I
spending
take
money
money
for
out.
1 day, and we will revisit.
Man, this is a
Yeah, I
damn
already
mine.
took off for the 1 day.
The fucking mine town. I could pick up a,
Nah,
probably
nah,
picked
nah,
up
nah.
a baby, and some gun. Not a good combination.
You said you wanted to pick up a baby? Did I hear him correctly?
Pick up a baby and some gun.
He said he wanted a baby.
Well, it usually takes 2.
It usually
Not
takes
taking
2.
this one.
How you
That's
doing,
for sure.
Louis? You want to meet up?
Wrong 2.
No, take it. I'll make it work. Yeah, I'm not doing anything other than eating that, wherever the hell's on the table.
Yeah, I mean, it's like eggs and biscuits, you know?
Maybe some gravy?
Maybe some gravy.
Gravy.
Tater tots.
Hey, gravy is fucking delicious, okay?
I'm not disputing.
Okay, she's an old woman. She's gotta fight for it.
Especially when it's made out of bacon grease. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. Sorry, got distracted by food.
That happens a lot.
It does. I don't know, I feel kind of awkward in this room with everyone now. Can, like, I leave? Is there a door?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's across the way.
And take your food and eat outside.
I mean,
longer than me.
I figure we
What an
ate,
outcast.
and then that was, like, we'd
Get out of here. Just get out of here. Nobody wants you.
all
Get
meet
the
up,
fuck out.
and where are you at?
There's
I
the door,
mean,
alright?
Get the fuck out.
Yay. I might. I figured we were all gonna meet up somewhere and discuss our next move.
Yeah, just get out of here.
Yeah, Decker comes confused with the whole eating situation with hookers and the night before, so he just comes eating his own trail rations. Sits on a bench outside while you
You wa-
guys finish breakfast inside.
Alright, okay. Here.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. We're moving on.
Okay, so that's you.
All Decker knows how to do is eat peanuts and butter.
Alright, so Decker, I moved you outside of the Bonita.
There I sit with my Lunchable.
It's your Lunchable. Alright, I'll move you over to a chair.
Thank you.
Look how classy that is.
Fuck. Oh, I guess.
Top of the morning, yeah, lady.
Guess I'm done with this. Actually, I might just sit here.
Okay.
Now, like she's never been catcalled before.
That was not a cat call.
No, it's saying good morning.
No, that's Louis. It's always
Jesus
a
Christ,
catcall.
you could have some culture.
Last time you had culture was out your bum.
Wow.
No, it's not whether I left the slice too long outside the fridge.
Alright,
Work on those jokes.
Mad
I
Dog,
read
make a
mine,
notice
me
check.
too.
I noticed the world. That good enough for you, Jacob?
Well, I don't see anything. Yes. Alright. You hear raised voices across the street and the door is open.
Oh, what do I see in there? Oh, I don't have my character. I'm gonna move him a little bit. See Jacob. Oh, he has a gun. Oh, is that a dead body?
Yeah, you see the back of what looks like that scrawny sheriff you saw coming in. And he's
Oh,
with a
okay.
bunch of other
Oh,
men
I
huddled over, yeah, what looks like a corpse in the back of the room.
Mad dogs treat dead bodies already, and it's only 2 in the morning. Excuse me, 6 in the morning. I'm gonna walk on up.
All right, as you walk up, one of the men is like, "Well, I swear to you, the whole room went crazy, like a twister done showed up in the middle of our everything, and then this knife just kind of glid across the open air, and then it just started stabbing the shit out of Carlos here, until he was dead." All right, I failed to
that what
mention.
happened?
I failed to mention that the night before. You all had horrible nightmares.
Nightmares.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, somehow relevant.
You had the same dream, although you don't know you've had the same dream. But you were in your dream. You were tied to a bed, and not in the kinky way. And there were shadowy figures hovering over you and circling around you, and wispy claws would come out from them and scratch you all over. And that's that's the only dream you remember from the night before, and it's kind of left you a little shaken.
Was it a good kind of scratch where I had an itch?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wonder. I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay, the whole world's gonna kind of
Okay.
spin a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that matches up.
No,
a bit
that
better.
side. Oh, there's even more. Let me zoom out more. There we go.
Yeah, this is the main street of the town.
Okay. I'm not gonna really stand on the doorway. Mad Dog doesn't.
All right,
doesn't wanna
and
talk,
the
so
scrawny
he's gonna-
sheriff is just like, "Well, shoot,
But
that's a bunch of
going.
hooey. Objects don't go flying about themselves, and men sure as hell don't stab themselves. One of you's killed him, and the other two was just trying to hide it. Maybe it was a conspiracy."
Mad Dog's like, huh? I have more than one stupid sheriff. Huh? Huh? Huh?
What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, well, I was letting them do their thing. I was going to ask if I can roll a notice to see if I see
Well,
a
you saw
disturbance
you
in
saw a mad
Twister.
dog cross the road, and your
excellent.
first question
Then
was,
yes,
why
I'll-
does the mad dog cross the road?
There are 2 options to that. Either he saw a penny or he's just wanting to cross the road.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really say anything, Jake. I'm just gonna lean up.
Okay.
against the wall.
I would walk over if I saw a mad dog walking over.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And then mad dog, you hear one of the other men. "This ain't the first time things gone crazy in a house. Why, Billy said in the general store, everything, all his inventory flew off his shelf." "Yeah, but I know for a fact that old Billy over there loves the bottle. Probably knocked it all down himself in a drunken stupor. Now look at here, we got people gathering outside."
I'm going to step in and be looking down with my hat kind of covering, my face forward and say, "What seems to be the problem, Sheriff?"
The sheriff spins around. "Well, we got a murder here, but I don't know whether it's any concern of you, unless you saw something last night."
I was sitting across the street just moments ago, but it sounds
Oh,
supernatural
and
in nature, almost weird.
so Decker, this whole place is kind of like it's very similar to a bunkhouse, and but everything is just like tossed about. You know, like sheets are thrown over places. Any loose object has been scattered to the walls. You know, pillows. You know, all over where. Yeah, it literally looks like a bull ran through here. And one of the men turns. Weird is a word that I would use to describe the whole situation. We was just sleeping when all hell broke loose. And then some floating knife killed the hell out of Carlos.
Is the knife still here?
And you look over and there's a knife sticking into Carlos.
I'm not gonna touch it or anything. Kneel down, and I'm gonna kind of tilt my hat back a little bit and kind of nod my head and say, "Yep, that is knife."
The sheriff spins around. Just what the hell you think you're doing? This here's a crime scene. Bugger off.
Where in the body is the knife exactly, Jacob?
Well, it's like square between his ribs, but you also notice that he's been stabbed about 7 times. All in the torso.
Oh, jeez. So, I'm gonna look about the other men. Are any of them covered in blood?
No.
I'm gonna look over at the sheriff and say, look at these men's wrists. Oh, I'm basically gonna acknowledge the fact that they're not covered in blood, and surely whoever did this would have had to have been.
Well, look at this place. I'm sure if we searched, we'd find some bloody rags. One of these hoodlums did it, I'm sure. But I ain't gonna do nothing about it. You 3 know. I'm gonna tell the mining company about this. Now, Chip, that ain't fair. We told it like it is. Don't make this nothing it ain't. And who are you exactly? You one of them rangers? You don't look like nobody, and I don't see no badge.
No, just private investigator of sorts.
Well, how about
And
you
I've just been
privately
coming
investigate someplace else? Shit.
Why, sir, most people save such lines for private.
Are you affronting me? He puts his hand on his gun, and you notice his gun is like shiny and new, like brand new.
Oh, good. He's never
Now, what
fired it
seems
before.
to be all the commotion in here?
Who the
lay
hell
down
are
and
you?
play dead next to the other guy.
Who are all these folk walking in on my crime scene? Ain't you got no goddamn respect? I am the
Now,
sheriff.
wait a second here. Don't
It's
you
gonna be a
have some
long one.
manners for a lady?
I'm gonna light a cigar, Jacob.
Okay. Crime scene ain't no place for lady. Now get.
Well, I happen to be just no ordinary lady. Now we
You said he,
One of the men is like, well, that's for sure.
Oh.
did you say the sheriff
Wow.
pulled his gun out?
No, he's got his hand on his
No, he
gun.
put his hand on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
trying to intervene since, you know.
Since everybody's getting in and getting into the action, Lewis is just gonna step in and have a smug grin and say, "Sheriff, if you're gonna put your hand on that gun and you pull it out, you better know how to use it."
What the hell? Now we got some guy with the skull painted on his face? Who the hell are you people?
Oh, we're just some
Newcomers,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
we're passerby in town that could provide some help into this mystery mansion of yours.
Oh, is that so? Drifters, huh? Well, maybe yous came in here and killed this man while these idiots were asleep. Now, we told you how it done happened, Chip. Whole room went crazy. Yeah, whole room went crazy and the knife just killed a man all by itself. What a load of hooey. Maybe I should bring all 6 of yous in for questioning.
Mad Dog's gonna just laugh outside.
He leans out.
No.
Well, shit.
Mhm.
We got ourselves quite a crowd. I can understand that none of yous have respect for the law, but this here's a crime site. Now everybody get the fuck out. I won't ask again. Now go. The three men begrudgingly are like, yeah, all right. And they start shuffling out.
You don't get.
Well, I never.
And you never
Does he
will
have a hat?
again. Fucking hell.
Such rudeness.
Does the sheriff has a hat?
Yeah, he's got a bowler
I need to
cap
take his
on.
hat.
Okay, Lewis is gonna walk out, and as he walks out, he just keep his hand in front of him and just do a little flick with his hands. Hopefully it works. Trying to make sure the power description works.
Are you using
my
telekinesis?
idea.
Because I think that's like veteran, isn't it?
No,
Or is
it's
it
not
seasoned?
telekinesis.
Oh, okay.
It's all of the above.
Okay.
Is that a woman, Jakin?
Where?
Right here.
Right.
I'm really
It's not
zoomed
gonna
out,
be
so I
enough.
can't tell.
It's not
I don't
gonna
know
be
who you're
enough like his hat.
resting. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't
It's
see
not
what
gonna be
you're
enough
doing.
to flick his
I'm
hat
not-
off his head, but he's gonna feel it.
Okay.
So if I manage, it's gonna create a lesser air current. It can blow out a candle, fan a flame, lift a skirt, or cool a body in oppressive heat. So I'm assuming it won't like flick off his hat off his head, but it will, burst of air and it's gonna be like what?
Gonna cool him down like.
Okay. Don't you
Great,
have to
we're gonna
roll?
get hung for magic.
Yes, I have to roll.
Yeah, we're gonna get hung by a skinny sheriff.
All right. Yeah. He's like, "Whoop, whoop, whoop." And he's looking around,
He
like
just
looking at
looks
the
like
ceiling.
that. Yeah.
Sheriff Chip steps out after all of you do, closes the door behind him, and pulls out a cigarette and puts it in his mouth, pulls out a match, lights it. He goes, "Fucking hell. Drifters and miners, no respect." And one of the miners says, "Chip, what the hell you doing? You kicked us all out, now what?" He's like, "I'm gonna let the mining company deal with yous. I got all your names, I know where you is. As for these drifters, well..." He looks at the three of you, not really looking at Decker, he's a bit too far off. And he's like, "I assumes you'll be on your way before I start asking questions. Wouldn't want to find you a murdering type now, would I?" And
You sure you don't want
as he's
any
looking
help
from
then?
face to face, he meets eyes with Mad Dog, and he's like, "Ugh," and kind of like backs off a little bit.
You really sure you don't want any help in that matter, Sheriff?
"What matter? Case closed. One of these miners killed their friend Carlos. The end. Unless you believe all that hooey about flying objects and whatnot."
No, but I just thought you would want just or something, but if you're just gonna say, okay, he's dead, goodbye, have a good day, then yeah, okay, sure, I'm just gonna walk away. I mean, me, when there's a murder, I usually look for the actual person that murdered them, not just, oh, it's one of them, okay, let's go.
It was a closed room, and with three men who had access to the knife. One of them did it, and I'm gonna let the mining company deal with it.
I don't
Justice
think I
will
can-
be served.
I can take a long draw from my scar and just blow it out. Like, oh, you think somebody as skinny as you would be more aforementioned to use his brain, but whatever. I'm just gonna walk away.
What are you implying?
And
Hey, I'm
I
talking
think
to
he's
you.
I think he's implying that since you're gonna let the mining company deal with these hooligans, as you call them, I believe, and they might not do anything because, I mean, they probably don't have the time nor the money to deal with this. That means you're basically telling us that if we were to all gather into a room and murder somebody without your presence, you would just let us go, which is great. Now I know.
No, I would not do that. No, you are misreading the situation here. I am the sheriff of this here town. And ain't
And what
nobody
does the
gonna go
sheriff
around
do?
doing the murdering. Alright? Now you guys keep your noses clean.
Yours is certainly clean. You're not looking too much. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not looking for trouble.
Okay, well what the hell do you suggest, wizard?
Wizard! Oh shit!
Is it on to you? Cheese it.
since you're so smart and all,
I'm just saying.
where'd
we
you go to
offered
college?
help.
Skull Paint University?
Exactly. One of the best university in the United States of America, but obviously you don't know that.
Well, this here's the Confederate States, and we do things a little differently here.
I see that.
Damn Northerners coming in, trying to tell me how to do my goddamn job. Well, okay, well,
Northerners.
Who you calling a northerner?
Northerners.
He just
I'm
said
gonna
he
look
was
at
from
my
the
skin.
United States. Oh, okay, for fuck's sake. All right, listen. You guys think you can solve this here mystery? He opens the door. Have at it. Fuck.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Alright, well, you know. I guess that's better than arguing with Skilly Willis over here. I'm gonna say skinny. Whatever.
Oops. Decker.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be talking to you in public right now.
Get your lazy ass in here.
Yeah.
No, he's too fat. He had too many hookers.
Yeah. I'm holding my back all hunched over and stuff, like I can't walk right. Not buying it.
Well, for somebody who was interested in
I don't
this
think anybody
mystery,
is
he's
buying it.
suddenly very shy about it.
Yeah.
I did a notice check to see if I noticed anything awry.
Well, it just kind of looks like I described it. And, you know, it's kind of hard to see anything because everything is just knocked to the walls. And, yeah, like nothing, it looks like literally it looks like a tornado materialized in the center of this room, blew everything to the edge, and then dissipated.
I'm pretty sure I believe this is supernatural, but I like to make sure. I'm gonna.
Well, I'm
roll it.
sure there's a logical explanation behind it.
I'm sure there
I mean,
is
Okay.
too.
Freak storms happen every once
With
in a
that-
while.
I'm gonna still make a tracking roll. Let's see if I can notice anything. I don't fuck with supernatural. You don't fuck notice.
Jake, and how long has it been since we busted Mad Dog out of jail?
Like a day.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunch
Okay.
on the knife.
As on the knife.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Well, could I do that? Would I be able to do something so specific as to like his murderer? Since like the body's here.
Well, you can use hunch on an object, right? So you can use it on the knife.
Yeah, it says into the past of a person, place, or thing.
So you can see the past of a thing.
A thing.
I mean, that would at least let us know it was in fact a twister, I guess.
Well, you will know for sure whether that knife moves on its own or not.
Right. I guess that's a place to start. Well, yeah.
As for your tracking roll, Mad Dog, you don't really find anything that you can follow up on.
I thought so.
All right,
Is
Decker.
there a skillet on the ground?
No, probably not a skillet.
Damn it.
Decker,
I'm gonna take it.
you receive some flashes of this knife's history. You know, it was bought here in town by the man who's it's now plunged into, and he carried it with him. And
Okay.
you also see it cutting into a bare naked woman's back, just like a little nick. And then instead of seeing more images of the knife's past, you see a woman's face, and it's like pale white, and it screams in your mind, and you're pulled out of your hunch.
Decker is confused. Decker begins to cry.
Oh, now he's a crybaby.
No. No, I'm kidding. But I explained my vision to the rest of the party. Let them know that it does indeed look supernatural.
I don't know how you get these things.
I sit there and just play with my cards in front of you and say, it's all in the wrist. That was my best attempt at figuring out.
Yeah, I ain't got shit.
Okay. So, you're telling me that this knife was not held by anybody at the time of the murder. Is that it?
Correct. That looked like kind of spirit, maybe. I mean, she was so deathly white. That knife definitely has had a history, I'll tell you that much.
I'm not gonna go against what you're saying, but white face does not mean much. I'm gonna point at my skull face.
True.
Am I dead to you? Let me check, and I'm gonna put my thumb to my wrist. Nope, still have a pulse.
Some people might think so.
Oh, indeed.
If
I
you're
mean,
dead,
some
try.
places I might very well be. What can I do here to help you?
Wait to help me, nothing. We just need our next step.
I can't really do anything in here, so probably just gonna step outside without really saying anything.
Alright, as you do, you notice that the sheriff has been kind of eavesdropping, and he's got this bewildered look on his face. And when he sees you coming out, he kind of tries to act natural.
You become an actor. I walk away. I'm not gonna move my character, but Jake, I'm gonna say that my character is gonna kind of maybe walk around town, try to pick up on any rumors or anything that talks about anything maybe supernatural or just weird happening in town.
Alright, are you gonna like make chit chat, or are you gonna just
I'll
eavesdrop?
make a check, like a little bit of both.
Okay. Make a notice and a streetwise roll.
Damn. Like I knew you should have called streetwise. I'm not streetwise. I'm just street cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm streetwise.
Okay. Yeah, you pick up on after some time. So you're off gathering this information. So after some time, you pick up on a few stories, that people are exchanging, and you learn that one of the prostitutes that works at Bonita was found dead in her room 3 nights ago, and she didn't have any clients that night. So no one knows how it happened, and there's no suspects, and no arrests have been made.
And yet they wouldn't let me spend any time there.
Because people get murdered. Keep up with the
You're
news.
you're a foreign hooker. Okay. Any other anything else? Just that.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you're also here that the night before last, Billy, the general store owner, he claims that he woke up and came to his store and everything had been knocked off the shelves.
Where's that store at? Okay. Alright. I did my thing. I'm gonna walk. Well, imagine me walking back saying to Sheriff Kitty. And this time I'm gonna walk in.
So what have you?
Kinda
Hang on. What
look-
have you guys been doing while he's been working the town?
Okay. I'll step
Well,
outside
me,
too. Tell me
I've been
till you're ready.
considering my options, but the only options that the help here takes at least an hour, and I'm not doing it in this room. The next step would be 1 day, and I'm definitely not spending a day in this room. And the next step is 1d6 days, which obviously, again, I'm not spending in this room. So, in this room in particular, I'm looking at a certain thing at the moment, and I might be able to do anything. No, I need to know the subject.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
Oh, no, wait. I can cast this out.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill,
That could lead to weird shit.
I would go around town asking about the history of the deceased.
Okay.
Okay, and while he does that,
Make a
let me
streetwise
go
roll.
Kneel.
Not very nice of you, Jim.
Well, you guys seem to be on top of your streetwise rolls. You learn that the deceased is a mine worker named Carlos Santiago. Not a lot of people knew much about him. The miners come in and out of town. But he is a Mexican, and rumor has it he's a wanted man down in Mexico, which is why he crossed the border. And some say that he sends money south of the border every now and then.
Okay, and while he gathers that information, I will kneel down and I'm gonna touch the knife that is embedded in the guy's back, basically,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attempt to cast Mine Ride.
On the knife? Does that work?
Yes, the way this works is a character can use this ability to hear through a subject's ears and see through their eyes. This is an opposed roll of the caster's arcane skill versus the target's spirit. If the victim wins, he knows he was targeted by magic if he knows that magic exists. If the spell is unsuccessful, through the power's points are spent, but it does not matter to me. And that's it. The caster can sense anything the victim can if he proves successful. The character can cast this on an unseen target if he has an object that the subject touched within the last week. So I'm attempting to Mine Ride not the person, but whatever murdered this man with the knife. So if it is considered to have a mind, I will be able to Mine Ride it. If it's not considered to have a mind, then I guess it's just gonna automatically fail, but I won't know that.
Okay. What page is that on?
Page 106, the
PDF.
Also, the creature I'm targeting needs to be 1 mile times my 1 mile times my spellcasting ability in range, which would be 8 miles.
Eight miles? You're going 8 miles?
Yeah, if it's within 8 miles, I will be able to Mine Ride them. But assuming again they have a mind, assuming again that shit happens, and you know, there's a lot of assuming here. But I mean, that's the only trick I can do right now. So.
Okay.
So, before I cast this, basically what happens is that I kneel down, I touch the knife, I focus really hard on it to see who touched this last, and try to Mine Ride the person who touches last, and as I'm focusing really hard, my character will enter a trance.
Alright, so they have to beat an 8?
-2?
Why do you have a -2?
I don't know. Well, I just removed it.
So you got a
Oh,
10?
yeah.
It's a
It's
novice
10.
spell. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
a 10.
10.
And it's a novice spell, so +2 -2 equals 0. I should have a 0 skill.
Okay. So he's got to beat a 10. It's a spirit roll.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever I can focus on
Yeah, he
and
didn't.
touch the thing last. Okay, so basically, if it has a mind and I can Mine Ride it, I can see through a subject eyes, hear through a subject ears, assuming he has those, and etc. So I'm
For how
basically
long?
inside their head. For 1 minute, because I didn't. Oh no, I got a raise minutes.
Okay. You see through its eyes and hear through its ears, and it appears to be on the ceiling looking down at you. and the whole room.
Okay, that's fucking creepy.
Oh, everybody's
Oh, I'm
dead.
still in here. Shit.
Get out of here, Digger. Let's go. Let's go, man.
Yeah,
It's blowing up.
I am in a trance, so I don't think I can willingly cancel this spell. So basically, I'm looking at myself, and I'm slightly panicking right now, but I can't do shit about it.
Me and Decker walk in while this is happening.
I would just, yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Well,
we've been doing
Gwen,
our
what are you
thing.
doing?
I'll
This
make
is
it
all
interesting.
happening simultaneously.
Honestly, Jaken, something like that, I think it would call for a guts check, cause that's fucking weird.
Alright, well, make a guts check.
No, you screwed yourself.
No, I'm legit. Like, if I were in my character's head and I saw myself when I did that,
Oh, wait.
I would be scared the fuck out of my own bones. Like, Jesus.
Alright,
No,
yeah,
I
so
think-
your
I
character
think he won that. 'Cause
is-
he didn't put the +1 from grid.
is afraid. So, while I pull up... What the hell? What did I do with it? I can't... remember I got the fright thing? I can't find it in my... Oh, you know what? I think I put it in a different folder. Doo-doo-doo. Sure did. Alright. Alright, so... Gwen, what are you doing?
I would be at a tavern somewhere trying to talk to the locals about, just
Alright,
trying to gain
so
information,
you also
I
leave.
guess, basically.
And go gather information?
Yeah.
Okay, make a streetwise check.
Why do you leave me alone?
Holy shit! Alright, well, what do you want to know?
What do you want to know?
Oh, fuck.
I want to know about your life.
I'll
Jack.
let-
The world
Uh,
is your oyster.
Ask 5 questions and I'll give you a straight answer to 5 questions about this town.
Shit.
And while you
wasn't
do
ready.
that, go ahead and roll a D100, Mr. Lewis. Yeah.
Do it, you son of a bitch.
Well, I guess I'm gonna ask other people about last night if they heard anything strange or saw anything strange, especially going on around where the murder happened.
That's one question.
If they saw anything strange? The neighbors say they heard a whole loud racket just before dawn. It lasted about a minute. $75. Okay. Lewis, you get weak
You get a heart
knees,
attack and
and
die.
your character's when you come out of your trance, you're going to be lying on the ground.
Okay, well, I'm gonna scatter back on my feet, and like just nope.
All right, as you do,
nope,
everybody's kind of
nope.
gathering back. So you're all kind of
Nope.
coming back from your.
Nope.
Oh, I mean, Gwen, you still get to
Nope.
ask questions, but he's noping.
Okay.
Nope.
You got 4
Uh,
more questions.
Nope. Nope.
So, okay,
Nope.
he's having a life-altering moment. Okay, I'm gonna ask if anything strange has ever happened before, something like, I don't know, the whole scenario. I'm sure townspeople have been talking about what happened, so I'm sure there's some theories or some crazy, back in my day this shit happened, and
Okay, well, not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, some Confederate soldiers had a skirmish with Apache warriors a few miles north, and the Confederates came down here and asked the Undertaker and any volunteers to go bury the dead with the soldiers. And by the time they got there, it was nighttime, and they found what appeared to be rabid men, cannibals, consuming the corpses of the fallen. So they all took off, and no one's been back since. Although a handful of the soldiers that were on the burying detail tried to shoot the cannibals, and the cannibals attacked them and killed them.
Sons of bitches.
okay, so we have some Apaches and some cannibals.
Is that what it sounds like to you?
Yep. That's what it sounds like to me.
I got 3 more questions.
Okay. I don't really know what all to ask. I hate this.
You don't have to ask
Not
all
good on
5 of
this one.
yours, but that's how many you
How,
get.
I know, but I
how
feel like that's a
attractive
waste.
is Decker amongst the top 10 men in town?
I'm definitely not gonna be asking that question.
Well,
Is
if
he
you
in the
have nothing
hottest
else that
man
comes to
alive?
mind,
Magazine.
you have nothing else that comes to mind, there's the question.
Who has the biggest dick in town? That's a good question.
Not the noping black guy with his face, that's for sure.
His shriveled up and fell off.
Catfish is being a bully. God damn it.
No, you don't have to ask the questions if you can't think
He's
of
being
anything.
a douche. I don't know. I guess I will
Trouble.
ask the people to rank the men.
Are you
that
kidding
I've been
me?
talking with.
No, we're moving on.
It's a question now.
You lose a fate chip.
Oh boy.
Alright, fine. You get a 1 through 10 list of the cutest men in town. Most of them are married.
Right. There you go.
I was talking about the men I traveled with, but okay.
Oh, the men you traveled with? I don't know.
Yeah.
None of them took attractive, so I guess they're all pretty much the same. The way
I have
Mad
a
Dog
minus
describes his
one
character,
here.
he
Wait,
probably
wait.
looks the
They
dirtiest.
should.
Oh, and the skull. Okay,
So I
so
look the dirtiest.
well, because
No
you're
wonder.
you're always like, I sleep on the street. Fuck it. So
You
I guess it
damn
would go
right.
Decker, Mad Dog, Lewis. There.
Ah.
Since
Wow.
Lewis has a skull on his face, no woman wants him.
Oh
Shut
no,
the
wait,
fuck up.
nope.
You hideous boy.
Oh shit.
I'm
Alright, now
writing
you have
that
2
down
questions.
into the journal.
Any more? Are you done?
Oh,
Are those
I have
dogs?
to use them.
Those are
I have
cows.
to use them.
Oh.
However, that's a dog.
Is it gonna eat the cow?
But is it a mad dog?
Oh, that's a
That's
Mad
terrible.
Dog.
You're fired.
Our questions today are on top.
2 more questions, Gwen.
Who was the most likely to murder that girl?
That
Who?
girl.
I don't
the-
think
She,
so.
Who
she
who
doesn't
had
know about the
motive?
girl. She hasn't learned
Yeah, I
about it
haven't
yet.
really. Yeah, I haven't told them yet.
True.
We haven't met up yet.
So, who has the most?
Actually,
motive
that would
murder
probably fall
dude?
under the weird stuff that happened. They would probably mention that the prostitute named Tina was killed 3 days ago.
That's when they went silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my pen?
Okay, I'm gonna see next if the 2 people had anything in common.
Okay.
Tina and the Mexican.
His name is Carlos. Good God.
Mm.
Yes. Carlos was a, he solicited her on several occasions. However, he was barred from the Bonita after he cut Tina with his knife.
Frisky.
How long? Oh, wait, is that another question? If I ask how long ago,
That would be your final question, yeah.
I don't want to ask it just yet. I have 2 final questions. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have wasted one on y'all.
Oh no.
I wonder whose fault that was. Oh.
I
Blame
can't
me
think
for
of
your
anything.
mistakes. Live your own life.
Well, at the moment, I didn't know that there were 2 people dead. So,
Well, and then now you do, so you're welcome.
I know.
Boy.
I know. But it would have changed my questions.
Don't make me a manwich.
Is that where she kills 2 men
I'm gonna ask what time Tina died.
Well, they found her in the next morning, so sometime during the night.
So that there was like nobody who heard anything or anything like that.
Nope.
Um,
And that is your final question. The genie will
I
disappear.
guess so.
The genie vanishes.
That was a wasted question, though.
The secret was, can I have more questions?
That would not have worked.
You can't wish for more wishes. I wish for
You
more
can't.
genies. Fuck.
You can't just assume.
I am a djinn!
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah. Never forget. Alright, so you guys are all headed back to the crime scene when you see Lewis bolt out of the room, charge across the street, while muttering, nope, 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 nope.
Krieger, what's wrong?
Like,
Did you say Krieger?
Now.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Decker once I reach the wooden floor on the other side of the street, trying to put as much distance from that place and me, and I'm just gonna turn to him and say, "It was looking at me."
Wow, that actually sounds like
What
something Krieger
was?
would say.
Yes,
And
what,
then,
what was?
just as a more dramatic effect, Lewis will try to open the door the wrong way. Instead of pushing, he will pull, and then he will try, "Why is it locked? Why can't I go inside?"
Too spooky.
I'm just shaking my head.
Well, I guess we'll just go over there to Lewis.
I don't
Whatever's
know.
happening.
I kind of want to go see what was inside now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna see what the problem was and go to Lewis. Beat it.
I'm gonna take a look back inside without
Beat it.
actually like walking full on in.
I'm gonna push off Lewis from the door and just open it for him and say, there you go.
I suppose that would be a notice check.
What would be a notice check, sorry?
If I'm
Looking
going
for
back,
the ghost.
looking in to see if I see, because you know,
Yes,
like
make
you
a
said,
notice.
looking at me.
The notice.
I'm not going like full on inside though.
Right.
'cause
No, she's
You
inside.
do not notice anything different about the last time you were here. And there's nothing on the ceiling.
Okay.
I didn't say it was looking at me from the ceiling, but yes.
I took another look around because you know you ran
'Cause nope.
crying.
Cause she doesn't believe. Oh shit.
I'm gonna come back over to him.
Is anybody else in the boarding house except us?
What in tarnations exactly happened?
Lewis is going to be sitting on his on the bed on one. I'm assuming his bed or whatever, and he's gonna be like staring at the floor, and he's just gonna repeat, "It was looking at me. I looked through its eyes, and it was looking at me."
There's nothing in there though.
Decker, what are you doing?
Picking my nose.
Find anything?
I meant in character.
That's what his character's doing too.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's emulating me.
Is that like art imitates life? Life imitates art?
Where'd everybody run off to?
The boarding
I was
house.
just sticking with the group.
Over here. Ping. I'm pinging.
Right
We're
here.
trying to figure out why he's all jelly right
Inside.
now.
Is anybody else in the boarding house?
All four of you are. Can you not see?
No, I'm just making sure I'm in PCs. Any hidden NPCs?
Oh. Yes, everyone's inside the boarding house. Everyone is inside the boarding house.
Nope. I want to leave now.
Alright, well, whatever. I don't care who's in here. They talk about anything that goes on, I kill them. Alright, close the door.
Well, Decker,
I
you
did not
failed
come
to
up
be
with any
smart.
good ideas.
You closed the door? Okay.
Yep. If we're gonna die here, this is where we die.
Last
Yeah.
stand.
Now, I didn't say anything about dying with y'all, so
So
Nope,
open that
too late,
damn
you're gonna
door.
die here. You said,
I have a
see,
Pardon,
lockpicking
pardon.
skill now.
you shouldn't have said that.
But don't
'Cause
lock fit.
you shouldn't have said that because when we're dying, I'll shoot you and take you with us.
If I'm still there,
So while they're arguing about who dies and who does not, I'm gonna look up at Decker and say it was looking at me from the ceiling.
What did it look like?
I don't know. I saw myself through its eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What did it look like? Like, were you happy with the way you look? Could you lose a few pounds?
Decker, have you been drinking? IRL.
he's all about vanity tonight.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
just thought it
how
was
do I
funny."
look, Gwen? How do I look? And now he's like, how did you look? It was like looking through a
mean-
mirror.
You want to know how do you look?
This is how Decker copes.
This is
the
how
Weird
Decker-
West.
This is how Decker handles it.
Considering, let's all just have a reminisce of his well-laid plan last session. That no matter what he came up with, just something was always going wrong.
You dressed up like a Confederate in a Confederate's outfit that was covered in the guy's blood. It wasn't a great plan.
It
You're
was a
walking
great-
around
it
in
was a great plan.
blood-soaked uniform. It was a terrible plan.
It
I
was
mean,
a
in his
complete.
defense, it was really the only one, so.
That was a good plan.
He still refuses to laugh.
Fucking hell.
But it was the best plan that we had. But
That I agree.
okay, or at least we'll leave it at that then.
We.
No, so yes, but it seems supernatural, of course.
It was floating over me, looking at me. What do you think?
Was the hate strong with it?
Now he's gone full Sith
I-
Lord.
I didn't think about asking it, to be honest. I kind of wanted to get the fuck out of there, but I was kind of trapped looking at myself.
Right.
No.
right.
Come on, Lewis.
I remember the
Between
first
you
time I
and-
saw you.
Between you and Decker, I thought you guys handled supernatural like it was nothing new.
It's always
can't
new.
make my
That's
voice
what makes
deeper.
it super.
Yes, Decker has the point.
There's a knock at the door.
Ah! I pull out my gun, and I'm gonna open the door. I put on 6 shots in, and I unload. Now I'm joking.
Fucking hell, man.
Hello, room service. Ah!
I say good day. But no, there is
Oh,
actually
okay.
a knock at the door.
Here's a knock. I look at Gwen and was like, you probably should answer it.
Have you heard about the good Lord Jesus Christ? Oh my God!
I guess I answered the door, like, hello?
All right, Sheriff Chip is at the door. He's like, "Well, have you guys learned anything?"
It was looking at him? I
What
kinda
was?
shrugged. I don't know. What we're trying to figure out.
I'm gonna turn to Sheriff and say it's unexplainable at the moment.
It might have been
I
a
saw
China
you
man.
fly out of that room like a bat out of hell. Thanks.
Yes, I saw Spider.
Are you
Reasonable.
archophobic?
Something like that, yes.
My wife brought me a beer. All is right with the
Yay.
world.
Now it's time to get drunk.
Yes, off of one beer, I shall now get drunk.
Not much, sir. It's friends just a little scared of insects. That's all.
You guys talked all this talk that you could solve the mystery. Well, who
It's
murdered
been,
the
what,
man?
like 2 hours?
Didn't really say we were gonna solve anything. Just got a
We
little iffy.
Sheriff,
We said
would you
we're
like
gonna
to know?
Sorry?
Well,
I'll
I'm
snap
here,
my
aren't I?
journal shut.
He steps inside.
It was a ghost.
He blinks. You guys must
Now-
take me for a moron.
If you think that, then tell me this. Having not been here myself, fair-looking female, passed away recently, maybe a violent death, possibly around the time that this gentleman, the most recent victim today, came to town.
Well, a lady was killed a few days ago. Well, killed is such a strong word. I don't think there was foul play. She must have slipped and cracked her head. I don't know. Lots of furniture and, and she was a bit of a... He puts it, his hand with the thumb to his mouth and like tilts it back, You know what I mean? She kind of...
I slip
Yeah.
my eyes at him.
Anyway, they found her in the morning with a cracked skull, blood everywhere, and they says that someone came in and killed her, but there ain't nobody in there. I looked all over the damn place. There was no evidence, and why would anyone want to kill a hooker?
Why indeed?
Well, we know your sleuthing skills are 100%.
I don't remember asking you, ma'am. Shoot.
Could have been.
Thick brain.
China, man. Ain't y'all hang? Oh, shouldn't get too racist.
It's too late, Mad Dog. You've gone full.
Oh, back in the day, they called them.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, historically accurate.
All right.
Yes.
Well, at that, we're gonna go ahead and take our first break. So we will be back at
Perfect.
22 after the hour, and we will see if you guys can discover Mo
The
of the
ghost thing.
situation,
And kill
Where
a
more
ghost.
nopes will
Yeah.
happen.
where
Fair.
more nopes will happen. Stay tuned.